Be thankful for what you have. You will end up having more. If you concentrate on what you don't have, you will never ever have enough. Good evening, everyone, and a warm welcome to SIS Summer Fiesta Discussion Forum 2020. The SIS Summer Fiesta is an event planned and organized by the Student Council of SIS. Now, to welcome the gathering, I call upon our IT Secretary Vishnu Mohan to deliver the welcome speech.
As we look ahead into the future, leaders will be those who empower others. Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to one and all. This is Vishnu Mohan, and I earnestly welcome all of you to this much awaited SIS Summer Fiesta 2020 discussion forum brought to you by the very own Student Council members of SIS. Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity. This platform given to us is not just to improve our communication skills, but also to open up our creative minds and develop our hidden talents. First and foremost, I welcome all the moderators of the session, the speakers of the day, the event organizers, and the CCA coordinators to this wonderful occasion. With great pleasure, I welcome all the parents and audience to witness the marvelous performance by the students of SIS family. It is my honor to welcome the management committee of SIS, led by a man of distinct vision, Mr. K.C. Abdul Latif, our beloved principal, vice principals, administrator, head teachers, academic mentor, and all my dear teachers. I hope that the ideas and discussions which we are going to witness today can help us make our world a better place. Wishing you all have a good time with us. Once again, welcoming you all, I take leave of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Vishnu. I am Bharat Prabhu and I'll be your host for today's event. So this discussion forum, how did these participants get selected? So there was a preliminary selection which was held on 12th of this month, and people who were selected were trained on 13th, 14th and 15th for this final event where they'll be showcasing their talents today. Now let us go into the pre-junior category. In pre-junior category, we have show and tell. For show and tell, the participants will be showing an object or an item and will be describing it and talking about it. So our first participant is Fatima Faiha from 1A.
Mahatma Gandhi has rightly said forgiveness is a virtue of the brave. A warm good evening to one and all. It's a great honor to be here. It's my pleasure to introduce myself. I am Fatma Faiha of class 1A. Before I move on to my topic, I have a basic question for all of you. Just think the answer in your mind. How many of you said sorry in your life? Just think. Are you ready? If your answer is yes, give a clap by yourself because you are a strong person. Yes, my topic for today is forgiveness. We all know that forgiveness is an 11-letter word. Well, a famous writer, Elizabeth, has rightly said forgiveness is just a 4-letter word. Love. Love. See how beautiful it is? We cannot love until we forgive a person. When you are forgiving someone, you are healing yourself, your mind, your body, and your soul. So, forgiveness is your gift from yourself. Make a spark in your mind to forgive your all enemies and stay happy. Thank you all. Enjoy your evening.
Thank you, Fatima. That was indeed very informative, and we should all take that lesson in our life. Now, we have Ahyan Shafiq from 1D with his performance.
Good evening to one and all. I am Nahian Shafiq. I am studying in class 1D. As we all know about sun, sun is the main source of energy and life. Around the sun there are 8 planets. Today I am going to speak about the planets. Sun has a massive gravity. This makes all the planets circling around it. First planet is Mercury. Mercury is the smallest planet in the solar system. Mercury is near the sun and it is so fast. So it takes only 88 days to circle around the sun. The second next planet is Venus. Venus is the hottest planet in the solar system. Venus is also known as the sister planet of the Earth. Next planet is our planet Earth. 70% of Earth is covered with water. Earth is the only planet world left to exist. Next planet is Mars. Mars is also known as red planet because of the red star and red rocks. Next planet is Jupiter. Jupiter is so large. Jupiter can occupy 1,300 Earth inside it. Next planet is Saturn. Saturn has beautiful rings around it. Rings are made with ice and dust. Next planet is Uranus, a crystal and gas source planet. Next planet is Neptune. Neptune is very far from the Earth, so it is very cold. So very far from the Earth. So it takes 164 years to circle around the sun. These are the planets of the solar system: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Thank you all.
Thank you, Ahyan. Thinking about how big the universe is and how small we are is really creepy. Anyways, next we have Ishal Mariam from 2A with her performance.
Good evening to one and all present here. I am Ishal Mariam from grade 2A. Birds. Birds are the most amazing creatures on the earth. When a bird flies, it is an amazing thing to watch how they take flight, glide through the air, and land with ease. You can find birds just about anywhere. Some people think birds make great pets. Birds have wings, feathers, beak, and claws. They live in nests and they lay eggs. They eat fruits, veggies, grains, meat, insects, etc. Let's look into some interesting facts about birds. The smallest bird is hummingbird. They can fly backwards. Most of you would have visited the Aqua Park here in Qatar. Have you noticed the peculiar bird they ostrich? It is the biggest bird in the world. The national bird of India is the peacock, while Qatar's national bird is the falcon. Most of you would have visited the Alco Park here in Qatar. Have you noticed the peculiar bird the ostrich? It is the biggest bird in the world. Flamingos are pink-colored birds and eat with their head upside down to strain excess water. Some ducks can sleep with one eye open. Birds are important to the ecosystem and humans in many ways. For example, they spread seeds. They are the natural cleanup crew. They pollinate flowers, and also they are the source of food and fertilizer. Can you imagine a world without birds? No, we do not have right to destroy nature. It is our duty to look after Mother Earth, Mother Nature, and her children. Say birds, say environment. Thank you. Have a good day.
Wow, that was very informative. A lot of information about birds was easily understandable. The birds, the animals, the nature is so beautiful and we should do our best to save them. Now we have Aiza Fatima from 2B with her performance.
Good evening to one and all gathered here. Mahatma Gandhi has rightly said, Earth provides enough to satisfy every man's need, but not every man's greed. My name is Aiza Fatima. I am studying in class 2B. Today I am going to tell you about Earth, the living planet. Earth is a beautiful living planet in the Earth. In the universe, it is the third planet from the Sun. Earth gives us food, water, air, and land. Despite the free services provided by the Earth to us, we are not able to pay off her kindness. Rather, we are becoming very cruel with our selfish activities. Our Earth is getting warmer and polluted. Do you know why? The increased construction of industries using high numbers of vehicles are some of the causes of pollution. There are different types of pollution: air pollution, land pollution, noise pollution, water pollution, etc. Now it is the time to take action and protect our future and the resources of planet Earth. Planting more trees, avoiding wastage of water, paper and electricity, and using eco-friendly fuel are just some ways of preserving the planet Earth. So let's make a promise to keep our Earth clean and green. Remember, no Earth, no life. Save Earth, save life. Thank you.
Thank you, Aisa. That was very informative. And Earth, without Earth, we would never know even if we existed. So these were our pre-junior category participants, and wow, the young intellectuals are really curious to know more and more about this world. Next, we have our junior category, and the moderator will be our assistant head boy, Shaurya Pratap. Over to you, Shaurya.
Thank you, Bharat. I'm Shaurya, the moderator of the junior section. So without further ado, let us begin. Our first speaker for the evening is Mohammad Zaid from class 3G. He loves to cycle, conduct science experiments, do origami, and loves to play with Legos. He has a keen interest in the goings of the football and the cricket world as well. His ambition is to be a good human being above all. He'd like to be a police officer, but he said he might be changing it as he grows older. His topic for today is, are you a superhero? Let's go, Mohammad Zaid.
Greetings to everyone. Let's imagine this. A group of friends are enjoying their game. Suddenly, an evil villain tries to grab one of them. Everyone was terrified. Then came a superhero who saved the day. In this story, there were 4 characters: the poor victim, the terrified onlooker, the superhero, and the villain. Who would you like to be? Ladies and gentlemen, I believe that each one of us wishes to be a superhero. Spider-Man was bit by some radioactive spider. Hulk was hit by some gamma radiations. That means most superheroes were not born as superheroes. They became superheroes. We can also do it without some gamma radiations and spider bites. Believe me, there is a superhero inside each one of us. It's our duty to discover and unleash our powers. Now the question is, who are superheroes? Superheroes are those who are genuine, generous, honest, loving, caring, face challenges, and never give up when they fail. Once you develop these characters, congratulations! You are a real-life modern-day superhero, ready to fly new heights and do amazing things in your life. What if we can't shoot lasers from our eyes or become invisible? We can surely remove the false identities of selfishness, anger, hatred, and violence and transform into a superhero. I am a superhero. How about you all? Have a great evening with your positive thoughts. Stay safe. Thank you.
Even I fly high above buildings, save people from harm, defeat bad guys, but then I wake up. Thank you, Mohammed Zaid. That speech was truly wonderful. I'm sure we've all learned how to channel our inner superheroes now. Our second speaker is Jennifer Paul from 4D. She enjoys dancing and is a master cook. Her ambition is to serve the society by becoming a doctor. Her topic for today is balanced diet. To you, Jennifer.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jennifer Paul and I am from grade 4D. I'll enlighten you about balanced diet. We eat different types of food every day. It is essential that we should eat them in right quantities. There are 4 types of food groups. They are carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, minerals, and fats. A food pyramid is always a good choice to stay fit and healthy. In any food pyramid, we see carbohydrates always at the bottom, and it means we should eat more carbohydrates. At the very top is oily and sweet snacks, and it means we should eat it very less. Now let's understand it better. Carbohydrates. It gives us energy. Examples of carbohydrates are bread, rice, pasta, etc. Proteins. It helps us to grow and repairs our body. We can find protein in eggs, fish, and meat. Fats. They give us energy too. They also store energy in our body. We can find fats in milk and milk products. Vitamins and minerals. They help us to fight diseases. Fruits, vegetables, milk are examples of vitamins and minerals. Stay safe and protected. Thank you.
As Jennifer has suggested, junk foods are a big no-no. Got it? Good. And if you think about it, this quarantine has actually brought us closer to this goal. Our third speaker is Fadi from class 5A. He is an avid reader and aspires to be a man of science. His topic for today is the digestive system. Fadi, please enlighten all of us.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for having me. I'm delighted to be here. I'm Fadi from class 5A. Digestion is the breakdown of food into smaller and smaller components until they can be absorbed and assimilated into the body. Today, I would like to tell you about our digestive system. Have you ever thought about what happens to the food when it reaches the body? As everyone knows, our body is made up of many systems. In these, the digestive system is a very interesting topic and we must know about it. A system that digests the food takes the nutrients of the food and releases the waste which is remaining in the body. It is the digestive system. It all starts from the mouth. The teeth breaks down the food into smaller and smaller pieces and saliva is mixed to the food to make it soft. Then it goes through the food pipe, also known as esophagus, by a peristaltic movement. It reaches to the stomach. The stomach digests the food for 3 to 4 hours. Then it goes through the small intestine where all the nutrients of the food is absorbed. The remaining waste particles goes through the large intestine and gets out of the body through the rectum. This is the process of the digestive system. Nowadays, we have varieties of food available in the market. Make a healthy choice. Look for the food which helps in proper digestion and makes your body healthy. Remember to eat healthy, digest healthy, and live healthy. Thank you.
It's an old Ayurvedic saying, all the diseases have an origin to the digestive system, which gives us more the reason to take care of it better. Thank you, Fadi. Our fourth speaker is Nashia Najib from class 5C. She as well loves reading and is another aspiring doctor in our midst. Her topic for today is how to be healthy at home. I'm sure each and every one of us would like to hear this. Go ahead, Nashia.
Good evening to all. I'm Nasha Najib from class 5C. Today my topic is how to stay healthy at home. COVID-19 pandemic means most of us are staying at home with less terms of social interactions and exercise. This can have a negative effect in our physical and mental health. So today I'm going to discuss how to be healthy at home. Time management is one of part of being healthy. We should know how to time manage. We should know how to time manage each work a specific time. With this, we will know about time management and stay healthy. Waking up early in the morning is part of being healthy. Those who wake up early in the morning will be fresh and healthy, but those who wake up late in the morning will be dull and angry. They will be dozing and dreaming in their own world. So we should try to wake up early in the morning every day. Balanced diet is beneficial for all of us. We should eat healthy, be healthy. We should avoid eating junk food as it is not good for our health, or eat it once in a week. Mental health is important for our brain and describes our personality. Those who and describes our personality. Our mental health can be strong by playing indoor games such as making puzzles, etc. We can do creativity or create our own stories to help our mental health develop. The easiest way to be healthy at home is to help someone or make them happy. We can help our mothers in their household works and our fathers in their works too. We can play with our little brothers and sisters and make them happy. We have a lot of things to do at home and stay healthy. At the end, stay healthy, stay happy. Thank you.
Yes, indeed. Especially in times like these is when we must truly understand how important it is to be healthy at home, both physically and mentally. Thank you, Nashia, for helping us learn this important lesson. With that, we come to an end of the junior category. Wonderful speeches by all four of the speakers. Now I'll request Lamia Ibrahim, the assistant head girl of our school and the moderator for the intermediate section, to take it from here.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're enjoying your time with us. Now, we move on to the discussion forum of the intermediate section, classes 6, 7, and 8. I'm Lamia, and I'll be your moderator for this particular session. We have a spectacular panel of 4 speakers with us today. First up, we have Alia Iyash. Her hobbies include reading books, sports, and swimming. Her ambition is to become a neurologist, astronaut, and scientist. Her passion is public speaking. Next, we have Sehla Munir. Her hobbies include reading and exploring the scientific world. Her ambition is to become a motivational coach and scientist. Her passion or interest is reading fiction, self-help books, and helping others explore their potential. Now, we have Priyasha Ghosh. Her hobbies include singing, dancing, and cooking. She wishes to become a doctor and to start an NGO to provide education to those who can't afford it. Her passion or interest is gathering general knowledge and learning computers. Last but not the least, we have Nashra Ibrahim. Her hobbies include reading books and exploring new things. Her ambition is to become a pilot or a doctor, and her passion is making and editing videos. The topic of our discussion is, does the past influence the present and define the future? Dear viewers, this session is a genuine process where we introspect ourselves, realize ourselves from a person that we were yesterday to the person we are today and to the person we will be tomorrow. I would like to start with the story of a young girl. A few years ago, she was sitting in her geography class where the teacher was dealing with the climatic changes happening around the earth. She came to know the different factors causing it and the effects. She worried for her future. She took charge of it. She tried many ways to communicate to her dear ones, but wasn't that effective. Finally, she began her one-man army and took it down to the streets. Obviously, she was noted and later invited to the UN Climate Action Summit, where she spoke to the assembly of political leaders and accused them of stealing her childhood and future. She is none other than Miss Greta Thunberg of Sweden. Where did all this start? Because of her experiences. This is just an example. Let us hear more from our speakers. So, Neshwa, do you think past experiences impact today? If so, how?
Yes, I definitely think that past experiences impact today. Let me expand my point. Have you ever learned some serious lessons from your past? Let me share an incident that happened to my cousin. He was 12 years old. He was a shy, introvert kid. Suddenly, his family had to move to another country where he had to go to a new school. Like any result. He was bullied the next day. Perhaps the bullying gave him a chance. Perhaps the bullying toughened him up and led him to meet the person who became his lifelong friend. I guess most of you would have a similar experience, right? We should take that experience as a support or an influence for our future. What I'm trying to say is that, yes, my past has influenced my present and it will define my future. How far does the past year feel to you? How close does the next year feel to you? Your thoughts, feelings, and actions change over time. Who you were 5 years ago may differ from who you are today and from who you will be in the next 5 years. But do you feel you're still the same person? Yes, we do. Take any experiences, and these words will set it right. How does the past influence the present? The answer to this is the experiences we are having today were likely shaped by the past events we have been through. Events in our childhood or teenage have shaped the way we think, act, and interact with the people close to us. Memories are heavily influenced and based on feelings we had surrounding the event or experience. I would like to take leave of you with a thoughtful quote. The past is behind, learn from it. The future is ahead, prepare for it. The present is here, live it. Thank you for your time and attention. And over to the moderator.
Thank you, Neshwa. We have now been shown that past experiences immensely shape present ones. Those were some very enlightening points indeed. Now, Priyasha, on to you. Many times people advise us to forget our past and move on. Do you support this notion? What are your viewpoints on this?
I don't support this notion. Let me tell you a story. An unfortunate girl used to live with her single mother, who was so poor that the girl had to wear dresses made of potato sacks to school. At the early age of 13, she ran away from her home and faced a miserable time, which included the pain of her baby boy passing away too. But she moved on in her life by looking back at what happened in her past and thought of ways to rectify her past. Her own talk show went on for 25 years straight. She was renowned as one of the most influential women. Respected dignitaries, moderator, fellow speakers, and last but not the least, all the viewers. An exceptionally pleasant evening to all. I told you the story of a woman. Any guesses who this woman is who learned her experiences of the past and endeavored to have a better life? It's none other than Oprah Winfrey. She says, turn your wounds into wisdom. The things and deeds we do in our past give us fruits in our present. And the things and deeds we do in our present give us fruits in our future. What do you think exerts influence on our future? The answer to this question is once we do any sort of mistakes in our past, we learn the right thing from the experience of it, keeping in mind to avoid repeating such mistakes in our present, which technically builds our future. Confused? I will give you a simple example we all are familiar with. Any guesses? That is examination. They are obligatory, and the only purpose of exams is to assess what the students have learned. If the student gets poor marks, they get a chance to revise the concepts once again. The memories of your past can also exert influence on the way you perceive things or the way you behave today, which is astoundingly true. But do not get mistaken by thinking that you should always just sit with all the heaviness of your past and not do anything in your present. No, our past exists only to ensure we have a better future. Rick Warren says, we are products of our past, but we do not have to be the prisoners of it. I will just narrate an experience of my own life. Previously, I always supported that the past is the past and we need to forget about it. One morning, one of my friends came up to me and asked, "What do you think is past?" I answered, "I guess past is anything that occurred before the present." The same evening, she was trying to operate the laptop, but pressed the wrong button every time. So I came up to her and lent a helping hand. I showed her how to function it in the proper way. Yet again, she made the same mistake. I asked her, "I taught you how to do it, right? Then why are you repeating the same mistake again and again?" She replied calmly, "You always used to say that we should forget our past, right? Then how am I supposed to learn the correct thing if I forget my past?" A long moment of silence just brushed off. I had finally realized that I was wrong the whole time. Okay, now imagine you're walking through an uneven path and there is a big hole dug some meters away, which you are totally unaware of. So unknowingly, you step in it and fall. But the next day, when you will walk again through the same road, will you again unknowingly step in the hole? No, right? You will be totally aware of the hole and you will try to avoid falling into it. This is exactly how the present is influenced by our past, and our future is based on our past too. To conclude my speech, I will say a small but a spectacular thought by Soren Kierkegaard. Life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards. My heartfelt gratitude towards all, and have a blessed day ahead. Over to the moderator.
Wow, interesting perspective, Priyasha. Your experience with your friend brought out a genuine lesson and made us rethink. Now, what about the past and the future? Alia, do you think that our past experiences affect our future? If yes, how?
Yes, our past experiences affect our future. Have you ever thought about why you are who you are right now and how you'll create who you'll be in the future? One warm evening, I was jogging with my dad and I asked him, "What makes you who you are right now?" He responded, my past experiences, my education, my environment, my genetics. These are the these are the things that you either happened in the past or that you were born with, things you carry with you from the past into the future. And when it comes to experiences you had, you made decisions about those experiences that you also take forward with you. In fact, you project them forward into the future. You expect those decisions, those thoughts to continue being true. Let me share with you an example of Nelson Mandela, the former president of South Africa who fought for non racial democracy. And his actions landed him in prison for nearly 3 decades. Can you imagine? Due to his past actions, today's generation are free from racism and all people live in harmony and equal opportunities. Let me start off by pointing out that our ability to visualize the future is strongly influenced by our memory from the past. That is, we tend to use memories of past experience to predict what our life will be like in future. By setting a prediction for the future in a familiar landscape, we allow ourselves to use our memories of past to help us predict what might go wrong in future. We might think what the future will bring, but it is important to recognize the only way we can plan for the future is by drawing on our memories of the past. By being conscious of the decision made in the past about ourselves, we can affect our future and change who we become. Future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. The future is the period that will come after the present or the things that will come soon. It is going to happen then. It is always said that no one knows what the future holds except the one who holds the future. In a nutshell, do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment. Thank you. Over to the moderator.
Thank you, Alia. Your views definitely expanded our conscious and taught us a great ton. Now, one question still remains. How can we make our future a blissful one? Sehla, this one's for you.
Let me explain through my small talk. Yesterday is a history, tomorrow is a mystery, and today is a gift. And that is why we call it present. A lovely evening to all the viewers out there. To start off, let me ask you all a question. Does the past influence your present and define your future? Well, it is true that our current life, to a large extent, is the result of our past actions, choices, and experiences. Hence, past definitely influences the present. The great news, however, is that your future is determined by how you react to the present moment. In other words, your past does not need to define your future. The past is in your head, the future is in your hands. Drop the past, drop if it's manifesting negativity in your life, and do not let it define your future. This will help you change your present and create awareness as to what you need to change to make your future a happier, content, and a blissful space. Let me introduce you all to a girl who was average in her studies in her younger classes. When it comes to sitting in the class, her mind would be flying around the world far away from the class. And when exams approached her, it just felt like a game for her to just mark the interesting ones and to leave off the boring ones. Likewise, years passed by, and this same student who I'm talking about secured the school topper for grade 6. In addition to that, she also became a scholar for 5 consecutive years. Hey, the student who I'm talking about is the student sitting in front of you talking to you all. Yes, it's me. My past experiences made me change my way of approaching studies and learning techniques, which did wonders, believe me. This is what we say, from a zero to a hero. What I'm trying to say is that your past does not need to define your future. You can change if you want, live differently if you will, and make a new life. You do not have to do the things that you have always done. You see, great leaders like Martin Luther King, Abraham Lincoln, Mahatma Gandhi, J.K. Rowling, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, all these people would not be who they were if their past would have defined their future. What they've done is that they have just let go of the past if it is a depressing one, and or they have just rectified the mistakes that they've done in the past, and their success is being experienced all over the world. And sometimes it is just better to just let go of the past, stop worrying so much about the future, and concentrate on the present situation. Because this present will also be a past one day, and do not make yourself regret it then. As I said in the beginning, today is a gift. Make the best use of it and enjoy this gift named present. Thank you, and over to the moderator.
We have surely grasped the why and how when it comes to creating a blissful future. Your ideas were delightful, Sahla. Thank you. With that, we come to the end of this discussion, and I can tell it is as clear to you as it is to me that our perceptions on the past, present, and future change entirely dependent on from where we look at it through a kaleidoscope. Past being yesterday, present being today, and future tomorrow. What we were yesterday makes us what we are today and will make what we will be tomorrow. But there's no reason to stay rigid to that perspective, because if there's one thing we've learned today, it is that reality is fluid, as is our understanding of it. Thank you, and over to Ria J. Prakash, the head girl of SIS and the moderator for the next session.
Thank you, Lamia. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you all to this much awaited debate of the senior category, and I, Ria, will be the moderator for the day. Does our technology connect us more or isolate us more? Is a never-ending controversial topic to speak on. Different people have their own valid and solid reasons to support or oppose the question. Well, today amongst us, we have 4 eloquent speakers who will be sharing their own thoughts and real-life experiences about it. So first, let me introduce our speakers to you all. Caroline Pohl of grade 9B. She is a lively speaker whose ambition is to become a doctor. Her hobbies are mainly knitting and embroidery. Alicia Vinod of grade 10E, a thoughtful speaker who would like to become a mathematical scientist in future. She likes to read, to dance, and to play badminton. Laila Tanur of grade 11C. She is a charismatic speaker who aims to become a businesswoman, and she mostly likes to spend her time doing art and craft. Sneha Tom of grade 10A. A speaker with a vibrant personality, she desires to become a civil servant. Her hobbies include singing, dancing, cooking, and reading. Now, without a further ado, let's begin. The first speaker of this event is Caroline Pohl. Over to you, Caroline.
Good evening to one and all present here. I believe that technology connects us more than isolating us. Human relationships are rich, they are messy, and they're demanding. And we clean them up with technology. Texting, email, posting, all of these things let us present the self as we want it to be. It is not too little, not too much, just the right. Just think what would happen without technology. Before several years, people used to send messages in letters that brought many days for the recipient to receive the message. But now, with just a click, our message is sent. In face of global COVID-19 pandemic, billions of people worldwide are stuck at home, and our only hope is technology that connects us together. Just because we are physically close to each other, it doesn't mean that we are isolated. Our hearts are always next to each other. Even when I am speaking now on this platform, it is the technology that connects me to you. The ones who are quarantined get to be connected with their families because of technology. Teachers call for classes through Google Meet and Zoom because of technology. technology only has a positive part if you use it in the right way. In my opinion, people are those who isolate people and not the technology. Thank you.
Thank you, Carolyn. That was indeed a good start. Short yet powerful. The way you compared our past with the present, that was just so relatable. Our next speaker is Alicia Vinod. Over to you, Alicia.
Thank you, Ria. Good evening, everyone. Technology is a useful servant, but a dangerous master. These are the words of Christian Lewis. It is said by many people that technology helps the people for good communication online. But do we really connect with them? No. We often get addicted to the technological devices because of technology in our because of technology. In turn, we become disconnected to the people we have in our real lives. We somehow get addicted to the technological devices, but this also take a toll not just only on ourselves but also on our relationships. An example is that in most of the families, both the parents as well as the children are engaged in their phones and laptops, spending the whole day in it. We often become chained with our phones that we could not even stay away from it even for a minute. Where parents are careless of their responsibilities, the children are drastically affected by loneliness. Consider if I'm really hurt or really wanted help from my family members, the virtual or the online call only provide me incomplete consolation. I'm not able to hug my mother or father in order to express my feelings. So there is no use of such kind of technology. It just only leads us to isolation and depression. Since technology has very bad effects on our lives rather than advantages, I would like to conclude that technology isolates us rather than connecting us. Thank you.
Thank you, Alicia. That was quite an intense one. I like it how you stressed on the fact that some families out there no longer want to spend their leisure time with their little ones, especially when they get back home from work. Rather, just stay glued to their electronic gadgets for hours and hours. I feel pity for them. Anyway, our next speaker is Laila Tanur. Over to you, Laila Tanur. All right, Lailathanur has got some technical errors, so we shall move to our next and the final speaker, Sneha Tom. Over to you, Sneha.
Thank you, Ria. Good evening, all. I firmly disagree with what my worthy opponent has told. Technology is formed due to curious minds. We all are curious and we find new things every day. Technology is also similar to a hammer. A hammer can be used to build something, but it can also be used to kill someone. A recent study shows that internet use has reduced communication of subjects within the family, decreased number of friends, and increased feelings of loneliness and depression. Around 10 years ago, when we go for a party or a family function, we could see people talking to each other and strengthening their relationships. But now we don't even care to see or even say a hello to the person sitting next to us. As a result of which, we can see lack of proper communication in today's world. Why do you think that families don't come close together as before? Is it due to COVID-19? No, it's technology. We don't even get time to give a phone call to our grandparents. Some moments can only be cured with a big squishy grandma hug. But we are in our own world of social media and technology. Let me tell you, net will lead people to live in isolation without direct human contact. It is a particular danger for youngsters and kids. Today's generation are completely addicted to social media and technology and are even abusing or being abused by the same, as a matter of which they are not able to face challenges. If a child gets less marks or fails in his or her exam, they try to commit suicide rather than finding a solution. If it is so in this small case, can you imagine what could happen in real life? In their busy schedule of life, parents give mobile phones and tabs for the kids to play for completing their works, which unknowingly leads to isolation and also affects the child's creativity. Although online learning has started, it can never replace the old school days. The human touch, it's that little snippet of physical affection that brings a bit of comfort, support, and kindness. Nothing eases suffering like a human touch. This is the reality, and I'm not speaking this for the sake of debating. There are many who says that technology is my school, internet is my tuition center, and Google is my teacher. But I would say that the greatest technology in the world has not yet replaced the ultimate relationship building tool, the human touch. And therefore, I firmly believe that technology is isolating us more than connecting us. Thank you.
Thank you, Sneha. That was indeed captivating. Not going to lie, but I too miss my grandmother's hug as much as you do. All right, so let's move on to the next speaker, which is Laila Tanur. Over to you, Laila Tanur.
Good evening, everyone. Technology is something everyone knows in today's world. As we get more and more immersed in our technological gizmos and gadgets, it's important to keep in mind the things that reside closest to our heart: family, friends, and our loved ones. Although we often criticize the current generation for having lost substantial human connection in digital age, we should take a moment to remember just how much technology can help us to develop and expand our relationship. So I would strictly adhere to the point: technology is connecting us more rather than isolating us. You might show me a lot of disadvantages, but I believe its essence is more important than its absence. So technology has helped us in many fields. Like earlier, people depended on libraries to search information they wanted, which was time consuming. But today, we can see invention of Google made it easier for a research. As Carol said earlier, the only means of communication was through letter, and that made the recipient to wait more days to receive information. But now, so-called email and various kind of social media platform is invented through which we could easily and rapidly get information. And also, that made us to come together even if we live apart from each other. As everyone's thought, this pandemic made us to live apart from our loved ones, but technology enabled us to keep in touch with them. Then our visits are made electronically. Although nothing does a trick like an in-person visit or interaction, maintaining close connection is certainly easier across digital media than missing the other person completely. So, like this, there are many examples relevant to this topic. Technology is connecting us. So, now I would like to oppose a point as said by my worthy speaker, Alisha. She had mentioned something about a party which was held in a mall, and she found people being busy with their mobile rather than enjoying. So, my opinion to this is that it is not technology which is pulling you or forcing you to use it. It is human who themselves is choosing to go in wrong path. And also, arrangement of party should be done in such a way that entertain people, like including games and all, but it wasn't done in such way. So by this, we can get to conclude that technology is full of merits and those of demerits doesn't exist until it is put into by humans. So I would like to mention that don't blame technology for our own mistake. Thank you.
Very well spoken, Lailatanur. The way you proved your opponent's theory wrong was indeed creative. Well, the platform is now open for the question and answer session.
My question to my worthy opponent is that how can you prove that technology connects us in the case when it really becomes a major factor for another person's isolation and depression?
I think I can answer that. In my opinion, technology facilitates communication between people living far apart. We expatriates can now connect to our family who are away from us and can spend time together. It provides us with the possibility to work remotely, to be able to keep us with the news and its latest developments. And it provides us with the ability to video call with our family and friends. And more importantly, it keeps us connected to each other, all thanks to technology.
Our second speaker was claiming that technology is isolating us more than connecting us. But as my first speaker already told you, during COVID 19, don't you think this is connecting us with our friends and teachers? This question is to my worthy opponent.
Thank you, Lailatanur, for that wonderful question. But I think I can't quite agree with your point. Although online learning has started, it can never replace the old school days. Nothing eases suffering like a human touch, as I had said in my speech. I often get status notifications, messages from my friends, crying that they miss the old schools. And how can you say the technology is connecting us? Do you remember those happy moments when you enjoyed your school life? Remember how we made friends and got blessings from our teachers? Remember how we gathered our lively moments? People all around the world have started online class, but it's never going to be equivalent to the old school days. It just gives us it gradually melts away just like us. And I firmly believe that technology is isolating us and also developing a feeling of depression on the students, as I said earlier. Thank you.
Well, thank you all for your questions. There are two sides of the same coin. All the modern technology have their own benefits, but at the same time, it has got its own deadly drawbacks as well. In no way can I completely oppose or support the fact that technology unites us or divides us. Neither can you. So, all I can say is that it is not wrong to involve gadgets in your lifestyle, but revolving your lives around gadgets, that is somewhat disconcerting. The debate has hereby come to an end. I thank each and every one of you for witnessing and supporting us throughout the event. Stay home, stay safe, and have a blessed evening ahead. Over to Bharat.
Thank you, Ria. That session was really amazing. And technology is indeed a double-edged sword, and the use depends on the user. Now that has concluded our event, and wow, it was very amazing. We couldn't even keep track of time flying by. And that's not it. We have more events coming up soon. Next week, Thursday, that is 23rd of this month, we have music and dance competition. The preliminary round will be on 20th, and the registration will end day after tomorrow, which is 18th of the same month. And I would also like to announce that the cookery event submissions have started, and you can now start uploading your videos of the participants cooking various events. The guidelines and all the classroom codes were already shared by class teachers in the respective WhatsApp groups. So that's it for today. And to thank the gathering, I would like to invite Sadia Anwar to deliver the vote of thanks.
Once a great man whispered, "Feeling thankfulness and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it." Today, I take the opportunity to put all my gratitude into words. My most valued invited guests and my dear friends, it is my privilege to thank you all on this occasion. I would like to place my heartfelt gratitude to the president of SIS, members of the school management, principals, vice principals, administrator, head teacher, academic mentor, teachers, parents, my friends, and all the viewers out there. A sincere spell of thank you to all for having spent your valuable time with us in witnessing this event. My gratitude to the panel members and the moderators for your energetic and enthusiastic participation wouldn't go unaccounted. Your every word on the stage this evening has given a lot of food for thought. I extend my gratitude once again to all our most valued guests for being a part of this event and making this a grand success. Thank you and have a wonderful evening ahead.
Thank you, everyone. That concludes our program today. Have a wonderful evening.